Hey guys, it's Nicole from Chronicles of a Crafter. I just wanted to go ahead and try Malina Pylant's M Scrap Busters challenge, and I was watching her the other night and I saw that she was making these really cute peekaboo cards. So what I believe she did was a punch. So I have my large scallop punch here, this one, and it's also shape of an oval, so it makes a nice little opening. And I also have my square, I guess that's maybe a 2-inch square, I'm not sure, let's see. It's a 1.5-inch square. Whoa. So anyway, I'm gonna try it. I've cut a few of them already. Oh, and I also used this cute little die cut that gave me like another different type of scalloped edge. If I could just pick it up, I can show you what it looks like. So that's what gave me this little opening right here. I'm going to try it on this paper, yeah, and get a larger scallop edge, or I'm not really sure what this is called, but I'm gonna try it with this one as well. And what I've done, these are just some scraps that I've had, you know, standard not copy paper, this is cardstock. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue those down with this as the background after I've punched it with my large square and my oval scallop. But what I really wanted to show you, because I was just about to try it and I said, let me do this on camera so we can learn together. This is really what I wanted to do. I wanted an opening that was shaped like this. So what I decided to do is place my this is from Your Creative Studios. It's one of those journaling cards or tags that has the butterfly already imprinted on there, but I don't want the butterfly shape. So I'm just going to go around it with my pencil and trace it out. Let's see if I can do this. If it doesn't work, then we both know that don't do this at home. It doesn't work. But I'm just going to go around it and trace this card. And when I get to the end where it starts to curve upwards towards the butterfly, and maybe I'll do over here as well. Okay, so then I'll just flip it over and line that back up with what I've started on this side, and maybe, just maybe, through the graces of television, this may work. So that's where it'll curve back around. I would get my square edge here. If you hear laughter in the background, those are my girls. They're playing in the other room. And because they're playing so nicely, I don't want to tell them to be quiet. So, okay, it looks like I got it. I got the shape that I wanted traced out. Can you see that on the card? So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to lose too much of this, I'm just going to mark right about there and get my, let's see if I have a smaller scissor. I'm just going to start cutting this out. Okay, so let's see if this works. I'm going to try to cut it as close to the line as possible. I could use my precision, what's that? You know, the knife. That might actually be a better idea, especially coming around those tight corners. And of course I can't cut to the left. I can only cut to the right. Let me get my my straight edge knife and see if I can get that cut. Oh boy. I'm gonna try this one, but I know it's not the right one to use, and I'm not gonna cut it on my glue mat. Move this out of the way. So I do have a smaller, yeah, let me see if I can find the smaller one. Okay, so I found my little tiny craft knife, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to get as very close to that line and see if I can cut this window out. If it looks better on one side versus the other, I don't mind using this other side as my front. So we'll just see how it goes. But I really liked the shape of that card, and I thought it would make a good opening. Am I in shot? I hope so. It's going so good so far, so I'm just gonna try to get just underneath that pencil mark that I made. So this is what I've got so far. Not bad, huh? So at least now you know it can be done. You can trace a card shape that you like. It just may take a little bit longer, and it will work out. Just gotta go really slowly. And I'm coming around the mountain, home stretch, and there we have it. Let's see how that looks. Okay, there's my cutout, and I'm going to cut this down. Let's see, it's currently 6 by 7 3/4. And cut this down to about 4 3/4. That's neat. Either side looks good, actually. Just need to snip that. Yep, either side I'd work with. I'm just going to cut off a little bit off the bottom here, about 1 inch. So there. It's about almost 3/4 of an inch, making this now 4 3/4 by 6 7/8. Yeah. So there's my other peekaboo window, and here's what I have left of it. Let's see the others that I have. So basically all I did again was just trace this to where I wanted it, flipped it over to get the other side, and there you have it. And I also have this one, and then I have these two plain ones. Set that aside. put those two like so. And for these two, I'm gonna pull out my scrap pile, my scrap box. I can even, let's see, I'm gonna use this pink side. Yep. I'm gonna start with that for that one. And these are my scrap strips. So when I have a paper pad that has that extra strip at the top, I cut that off and save every single one of them. So all of these are the top strips for my paper pads that come a little larger than 12 inches. Even the ones that are 8 by 8, or yeah, I think this was an 8 by 8 pad, I just saved that top strip because I can tear this in half and still use it. It's still pretty. It's a pink, pale pink color. Let's see. Yeah, these are all my coffee dyed sheets. See, even this, again, pretty pink, and a nice design on the other side. Let's see what else we got. I've got some book paper. There's another strip. This is some Edith Holden paper. That's so pretty. Can you see that? This was that flower that I fussy cut, that rose that went into my 2022 scrapbook challenge. There's another one. Some music paper. Some more Edith Holden. I can use not much of that. And lots and lots of book paper, but I don't know if any of it's wide enough. This is some dictionary paper, very tiny writing. There's some dictionary paper, some ink dyed, some coffee dyed, some tea dyed. There's another strip from the top portion, and another, and another. Oh yeah, look at that, that's pretty. And what else do we got? Some more of that. There's a pink stripe. There's another one. Cool. There's some really dark newspaper. There's some other newspaper clippings. That's pretty. Okay, I think I got enough. I'm going to try these. That green is really loud. I think I'm going to pass on that. And there's a black. Maybe I'll use that. Some more book page. Okay, I think I've got plenty. These are just some coffee dyed papers left over. And oh, look at this. Really cute. And it's pretty on the other side as well. I think I got enough. Start with. If I need some more, I know where to find it. Okay. Just going to start tearing them off. I'm going to use a full sheet on the backs of these because I like the way they are coordinated, and then I can just stick something on the inside there. I am going to cut this down a little bit because it is a bit wide, so let's start there. It's a bit wide for the square that houses it, so I'm just eyeballing what I think needs to be removed based on the inner square. There. I think that looks a lot better. This one I'm going to leave just as it is. I think that the wideness of the oval looks great. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue onto the back here. I'm going to use my art glitter glue if it's going to cooperate with me today. And just put it close to the inner circle and then along the edge of the backing. So let's see. Yep, that's neat. So I think, not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. So, but I do know I'm going to round the corners. So I'm going to get my corner rounder out, and then I'm going to use the medium, which is equivalent to about 7 millimeters. That. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. And the same thing on the back. Just going to apply some glue near the square that I cut out. Oops. I really should be using my glue mat for this. And now that I've cut that smaller, I don't think I need as much. Yeah, this will work. I'm just going to apply the glue to the edges. And hopefully none of it shows through the middle. Get my dry wipes. So there's these two. I will decorate the bottom and put a little tab at the top perhaps. We'll do that in a few. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the back of this. I'm just going to go around near the edge of the cut line. Okay, and my first strip, I'm just going to plop this down right about there. Okay, I knew I did that wrong. I'm looking directly at it and wondering, why doesn't that look good? Ha! Okay, let's try that again. And whoa, get out of here. Okay, so now that I've screwed that piece up, would you quit it? Get out of here. My fan is on, that's why all of these things are just blowing around. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. To get rid of that part that got glue on it. And again, I'm doing it the wrong way. You know what? That piece is quite confusing, so I'm just going to go with the new piece. Okay. Let's start it this way. And I'm going to use that other strip. What did I do with that? Oh, it's still in my cutter. Apply just a little bit more glue here along this side. We're going to work our way that way, and I'm just going to tear off pieces and apply it and just layer it along the edge of the previous. Perhaps I'll use some of this. Now remember, as you get to the middle, the pages get, the opening gets wider. So your strips will have to get wider as well. That's looking cute so far. Yep. Can probably get away with some of this on this side here. Let me stop talking about it and just get my glue silicone mat out so I don't mess up my cutting mat. So this is what we have so far, and we use some book page. Nope, that's going to be sideways. Use some dictionary paper. I just want to see what this looks like with a jagged edge through the middle there. Oh, it's nice. I like it. Whoops. I'll go ahead and apply some glue here. Put some more back in the back here. Yep, I like that a lot. And this is basically just a layering process, just to use up some of your scraps. That's the whole purpose of the Scrap Busters Challenge. And Melina runs it. I'm not sure if it's weekly or exactly how often, but it's ran by Melina from Me Crafty Scrapper, I believe is her channel. And Scrapbooking with Me, it's her website. And I'll put all the links down below so you can find her. Oh yeah, I like that last piece to be this one. I'm just going to add a little glue here along this side, up at the top, and then along this side. And this will be my last piece that goes there. Here's my dry wipe to pick up the rest, the excess, and that's what the peekaboo section looks like. I'm just going to cut off anything that's overhanging at the top. Sweet. That's really cute. I like that. The only thing I would do, not differently, but because I use some dictionary paper, it's a little flimsy in the middle. Like right about here, it's a little soft and saggy. I will put something on the back here. In fact, I think Melina did as well. This then becomes journaling space. I'm just going to go ahead and cut off anything that's excess down at the bottom of the strips that aren't glued down. Okay. And then I'll just run a tiny bit of glue along that bottom piece there. Just the tiniest bit of glue. Okay. So that's one. These are two others. I think I'm going to put a butterfly sticker in that one. I'm actually going to put the butterfly on its side as if it landed on the corner of that peekaboo pocket window. So he has little feet. We'll place him right about there. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. That's really cute. Let me get my bone folder. Any bone folder will do. And just burnish him down so you can't see the transparent edges of the sticker. I like that. That is super cute. Super cute. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm good with butterflies. Yeah. For now. We'll see what else I do to that. Does this look crooked to you? By the time you answer me, it'll be too late. But let me know if this looks crooked to you. I mean, of course, the lines, maybe the stripes on the inside may be crooked, and that's probably why I'm seeing it that way. But I'm gonna go ahead and round these corners, and maybe it won't look so crooked. Alright, now I'm going to take some craft paper and create a journaling space on the back of this card here. And I'm so bold, I'm going to go ahead and snip off some up at the top here, so that I can get that nice green border all the way around my journaling space. I think I got it, but I just wanted to even that little section up, but that's fine. So here, this is what the journaling space will look like. An even border all the way around. Just gonna go ahead and fold that over. And then I will cut that off. So we know that this card right here, what did I say it was? It's like a little over 6. So let's do it this way. It is 6 and 3/4. It's almost 7 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down my craft paper to about there. That's about 7 inches. And then I'm going to cut along the fold line that I made to I don't know which one it was. Well, it wasn't that one, so it has to be this one. Yep. And then I'll just mark the rest with my pencil. And that's what the journaling space will look like once I round these corners. Move my guillotine out the way. I think that'll look very nice. Let me get some Scotch Create glue stick, permanent glue that's permanently sealed. Oh gosh. Okay. And I'm going to apply glue all over the back of this card. Make sure I get all my edges really well. And just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to put a little bit of art glitter glue in the corner, which will be the last spot. I don't know if I'm in camera for this. Let's see. So my art glitter glue is up here on this corner, and just want to make sure I get everywhere else stuck down before that last section there. Okay, I think that looks fabulous. That looks really good. Thanks, Melina, for this really great idea. I did change it up just a little bit by doing the unthinkable and using a craft knife all the way around. I don't know what I was thinking, but that was very bold of me to even attempt, and I'm glad it worked out. So I have those so far. I want to ink the edges of these. Right now I'm just looking for my pin for my, oh, there it is. art glitter glue, because if you don't put this pin back in, you're asking for trouble down the road. Okay, so I'm gonna ink the edges of two of them, the pink one and the one with the butterfly, only because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other one yet. So I think that's so stinking cute. Ugh. And even though I haven't really decorated this, not one bit, other than, yeah, I think it still looks very cute. It's coming out really nicely. So I'm not going to ink this one yet because I don't know how I'm going to decorate it, but I am going to ink around this butterfly. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm laughing, because I've been crafting away and running my mouth all this time and the camera wasn't even on, so you haven't seen me do any of this. This is what I'm working on right now. I'm not even going to pick up where I think I may have left off, but all I'm doing right now is just finding some cute little sentiments to go on these cards that I'm making for the M Scrap Busters challenge. And yeah, I'm just layering some sentiments on here, and and I'm just working all over the place. So I'm not working on any one particular card right now. I went and pulled out all my little flowers and mushrooms and stamps. These are some vintage stamps from all over the world. See that? There's a Canadian stamp, 2 cents. I think that'll look nice there. And I'm gonna put that one right there. Yeah, so these are just some vintage stamps that's been used, and I paid almost nothing for it. These are 100 stamps in this little envelope, and I probably paid $1, if that, for all of these stamps. So right, anyway, I'm just going to pretend nothing happened and just keep it moving. This is my box of all my stamps. These are some sticker stamps from, oh, here's a cute little mushroom one. Let's see, which one am I doing mushrooms? Here's a nice little floral. I could do that one instead. And I think I'll do mushrooms on this one. Anyway, yeah, so I've been sitting here talking to myself for, I don't know, however long it took to do this. As you can see, a lot's happened since you left. I don't even know why the camera stopped recording. I don't even know when it stopped recording. So anyway, I'm just going to go with this. And these are just some of my sentiments that I either typed up and cut out, or downloaded from what's her name? I downloaded these from Natasha from my treasure books, or just treasure books. Oh my gosh, you know, one day after another. There's so much information that you have to remember, all these different channels that you have to incorporate in your videos, because, you know, it's not all just your idea. It's somebody else's thought pattern, or something like this you download from Natasha, or a scrapbooking challenge, or you know, a using up your scraps challenge. So there's all these different things that you have to remember in order to just to get through one video. So it's a lot going on. I thought this was so cute, but of course it doesn't go. Can you see that? It says elephant in the room. I guess you can't see that. Anyway, I thought it was cute. I will not be putting that on my project, but yeah, I think I'm gonna just layer that on right there and put a big mushroom down here. So, oh, I did stick that on. I'm telling you, I don't know how much you've seen and or was here for, but I'm just gonna go with it and just hope this video comes out okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and layer this on here. So today I'm using also, in addition to all my other glues, I'm using this Craft Bond extra strong, I suppose it says in French. So yeah, I'm just using a couple of different glues that I think will get this project going. And put that there. 89 cents, I like that. And the word travel, I believe this is it. This is one that I've stamped from my little stamp block. Okay. This one says take chances, and I put this little black and white sticker down of I'm not sure what type of flower that is, but it includes the roots of the flower, and although that may be appealing to some, it's not to me, at least not on this project. So I'm just going to cover up the roots and include the words take chances. And this paper is so stark white because it was just printed on regular copy paper. I'm not going to bother to round the corners, but I am going to dull this down a little bit with some ink. And I think I said Melina's channel is scrapbooking with me. That's not her channel. That is her mom's channel. Melina's channel is just Malina Pylant, and her challenge is called Scrapbusters. So if you want to take part in this challenge, you can just do the hashtag #Scrapbusters. I'm gonna go ahead and here's another thing that I've done on this particular card. I've layered up some butterflies. I did my my punch, and I punched out this butterfly and all these different punches. So I have this one, and I have this big one here. They're all shaped differently. And then I went ahead and put a sticker on top of it from the Your Creative Studios box, but I didn't like, or I still don't like, the way that butterfly look. Actually, it's not that bad, but I was just gonna go ahead and stick this butterfly right on top of it, but now we're just getting into the weeds, and I think that's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna ink around this card. And yeah, I had to go deep into my stash. I think that's probably when I lost you guys. I may have paused the video so I can pull out some of my my items. Oh, you may have not seen me do this one either. This is I just did a bit of layering on this. So this is one of the punches from perhaps this circle, this punch, and then I just layered up that cutout with some newspaper print, another piece of the cardstock coordinating from over here. Right, so there's a layer of cardstock, and then this top piece that says, it has a number and it says Rest Easy. This is actually the name of a paper pack or one of those pages that I cut out. Here, let me see if I can show you really quickly one of them. So like on the backs of these, it would have like the number of the paper pack or the number of the page for inventory purposes. So I like that that little number there and the little saying Rest Easy. So I incorporated that into it. So I'll let that focus. So yeah, and this is the entire card. All right, let me zoom you back out. And so this one is another one that I worked on probably while you were gone. I just put a little floral sticker on there. I am going to add this little stamp, postage stamp, and it's like tumbleweeds just blowing around on my desk over here. Let's see. I know my desk is a hot mess right now. It is so crazy just from this little project. I'm gonna place this stamp right about so. Keep it on the page, and I'm gonna dull this down. It says Stop and Enjoy with a little bit of walnut stain ink, and that'll go across the bottom there. I want to layer this with something. Let me see. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty decent. Let me just cut it square, and I will cut this down so you can see more of the background. Maybe if I cut that straight, it would help also. Yeah, so that'll go on there. I'm just gonna glue it down now, and then I'll worry about centering it after, or at least cutting off the excess after. Yep, I think that's very cute. Cut a little bit more on both sides so it's not as protruding. Yep. And I'm gonna attempt to round the edges of this little tiny piece of paper. Wish me luck, because first of all I got to get it into this little tiny groove. It's working out fairly decent. One more, and nice. Yep, I'll glue that down right there. You know, I'm sure time moves just as quickly for everyone. Like, you know, it's the same number of seconds in a minute, the same number of minutes in an hour. However, when I'm under the gun of crafting, which I shouldn't be, it should be relaxing and fun, but for some reason I feel like a 1 hour video of me crafting does not say much for any of you. You know, so I try to make my videos as quickly or try to craft as quickly as some of the other crafters on YouTube, but I just feel like time just slips away. Like I don't know where it goes. No idea at all where the time goes. And right now I've been running my mouth for the last 14 minutes, and you know, what have I done? Got a stamp on there. And so that's why lately, like some of my videos, I just mute myself and play some music for you guys over, you know, the crafting part of it. I feel like I can speed up the video just a little bit and get you through what I'm trying to accomplish. But, you know, it's not as easy as you may think it is crafting on camera. None of it ever seems to go the way you want all the time. So, but I don't know if I want to put that on there. A pinch of what? A pinch of what? Let's do happy thoughts. Happy thoughts now. That's what this is. Let's do happy thoughts and get this straight. And I'm gonna dull it down with some ink. And I'm going to glue it. Oh, so sorry. I just knocked my camera. So I'm going to put these happy thoughts right here. And I wonder if I can find a mushroom or something really quickly to go on here. But with that mushroom right there, I really feel like there should be a mushroom down here. I've already done the back side of this card for journaling. I have not done the backs of any of the others, but what I think I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to put a brad through here, or two brads through here. I wonder if I have any tiny brads. Let me see. But I'm going to put a brad through there. And all I have are these colored brads. I don't think any of these colors would look remotely. Maybe this pink one. I'll try that. And if it doesn't look good, then I'll just take it off. Why not? There's this green that takes it back to this card, but I think that's too green. Yeah. But then there's also, I have these really large brads. I think these are just way too big. Let's see. Maybe the heads of the brads are the same. I'm just looking at the length of the brads that are just too big. You know, like this is way too big. But perhaps this pink one will look really nice on there. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Why not? Let me get my hole punch, and I think I can use, let's see, I'm going to use my tiny hole punch because I don't need that large of a hole, but No, this is a star. What am I doing? Okay. Yep. That's nicely centered, and of course it doesn't go all the way through. Why would it? What world do I think that'll work out? I'm going to have to, and the hole that I made is a little bit too small to fit this. I can force it, but yeah, it is a bit small to fit this brad in. Let me try it again, and then I have to get my pokey tool. Yeah, I think that's cute. You see that? Okay. I know it's a little blurry. I should bring you down to the project instead of trying to bring the project up the camera. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my scissor. I'm sorry, not my scissor. What am I saying? My ruler in all of this mess, and try to get it lined up on the same plane so that I can. It'll be nice if I moved my other project from underneath it and the brad. So let me line it up on the same plane, and I'm just going to poke it to what I think is centered on both the paper, on both sides. So there. And I'll round that one so that I can fit this brad back in there. And, you know, for some reason, I think I have some like small brads in an antique bronze or gold. My craft room is such a dumpster fire right now. It's crazy in here, but it's mine, so I do have to clean it up eventually, especially after when you're playing with scraps. I mean, you're really, case in point, my dumpster fire, it starts here. All right, so yeah, when you're playing with scraps, that's the chance you take. And I'm always so hot. I keep my fan running in here along with the air conditioning on in the house, and so I have papers just blowing in the wind all over my desk. So I just need to snip off this edge. My little doggie's in here with me. Dolce, what are you doing? He's basically rubbing his mouth all over the floor. Okay, so I like those, and this one. All right. And I have this one, which again, I gotta go find my mushrooms to put a mushroom down here, but I'd say this card is about done. All right, and I have this one. So these four right here, I'm going to get some backing to put on them. It'll look similar to this, or it'll be the reverse. So let's just say this card, for example, I am going to do it this way, as opposed to this card where the card itself is the back, is the border, and the journaling space is smaller. But here I think I'm going to do the card smaller and the journaling space larger. Same with that one. And I'm definitely going to need to cover this up because I put brads on it now, so that may be a little bit difficult. I have to probably use a thicker card as opposed to just craft paper. So let me look through my stash and see. I think I'm definitely going to use, let's see, what is this? This is not cardstock. It's a very thin card, but I think I can put that on there. How about that? I think so. Okay. Just slightly bigger than the card itself. And once that's glued down, I will round the corners. But I think that'll look really nicely. There's one. Okay, so here is cardstock as opposed to craft paper, but it is craft color. So there's that. In addition to that, I've also got this color, which is a little bit darker than that one. Oh yeah, I like that. I can triple layer that up. See that? So, oh no, you're not gonna believe. Oh no, don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Oh gosh, I'm such a mess. Yeah, I'm about to have what Julie calls a craftalanche. I've got all these things stacked up on top of my desk over here, so they're almost destined to hit the floor any second now. So and that's Julie from Camellia Crafts Designs. Oh goodness, I think by the time you see this video, she normally does Melina's M Scrap Buster challenges, so by the time you see my video, I'm sure she would have posted hers because she's usually on the ball when it comes to the M Scrap Busters challenges. So I'm gonna do this and then this. Can you see that? Okay. All right. Let me round these corners. Let me use this one. Dolce, why are you making so much noise over there? need to move these out of the way in order to get this lined up. Okay, that's where that'll go. And I'm gonna try my Scotch Create glue stick. Okay. And then I will place that on top of there. And there you have it. There's another card. So far I've got two different versions of journaling spaces. Okay. And I will pretty much do something similar for these using perhaps a darker craft card. So I think I've taken up plenty of your time today, and I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. I also have this one which I'm going to place on this card as well. So my dog wants to get fed, so when that happens, when he's hungry, he just comes over to me and jump on the backs of my leg to like knocks my knee out from underneath me. And this dog, let me show him to you. I think I've shown him to you before, but come here, you little monster. This dog is all of what? 3 pounds, 4 pounds, maybe. Dolce, say hello. Say hello. Yeah, he's about the length of my arms. Say hi, Dolce. Say hi, Dolce. Say hi. Anyway, he's only about 3 or 4 pounds, but he'll jump up and knock me in the back of my knee so I can take him into the kitchen and feed him. Mind you, there is food in the kitchen. He's just being very picky and don't want to try the new food that I put down for him. So that's on him. I will take him in there and show him that he has food already in his bowl. But when it's dinner time, he certainly comes over to me and knocks me in the back of the knee. And then I lose my balance, and you know how that goes. It's like when you're in elementary school or middle school and someone comes up behind you and pops you in the back of the knee. It's all fun and games till somebody gets hurt, right? Okay, I like that a lot. And I'm going to glue the back of this. Of course, I haven't closed any of my glue. You remember the other day when I had glue stuck on everything because I did not close it properly, or at all for that matter. Okay, there's that. And I feel like I'm missing one, like one that I really liked. Whoops. that's coming undone. I'll have to find it. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing one. Anyway, there's that. And then these two. My fingers are sticky. So I'm going to go ahead and put that onto here. And around the brads, I'm going to put some Fabrifix, just to make sure that they're not poking through my cardstock. So I'm going to bring the glue up to the level of the brad, just to kind of even things out. And then I'm going to round my corners. I have glue on every single finger. I hate this corner rounder. I have glue on every single finger. Like, you will not believe how much glue. I mean, my hands are literally stuck to the corner rounder. And this one does not want to round this corner. So I have to resort to this one. A little piece that does not want it to round. Okay. And I'll do something similar to that one. I'm just going to cut this down to size. And once again, this is without a prototype. Like, I've only just saw Melina's video maybe a couple days ago. I know she posted it about a week ago, but honestly, I watched her video while I was falling asleep, and it's not Melina's fault that I was falling asleep. I was just extremely tired. So I watched her video, you know, just as she posted it, but I was already dozing off. And then of course the next day life happens, and then the next day, you know, and then finally I saw it again. And yeah, so I'm always a little bit behind when it comes to the Scrap Busters challenge. I usually catch it on a different somebody else's channel first, and then they reference Melina, and I'm like, oh, this is an Scrap Busters challenge, or they hashtag it, of course. And yeah, so I'm usually quite a few days or weeks behind the actual challenge, and of course that's nowhere near straight, but I'm going with it. And I need to cut off a little bit more of the sides here. Just a smidgen. It's just a little bit too much border. Why isn't that sticking? Okay, and then maybe I need to empty this trash out of this corner rounder. That might help. Okay, I'm going to use the medium. See, again, this side looks like it's a little bit uneven. There, that's a little bit better. And I'm going to round my corners. Sounds like my girls are back from the park. So I'm gonna leave you here. This is my M Scrapbusters attempt. These are all of my journaling cards. And yeah, hope you had fun watching me make a mess of my life. Bye.